Welcome, guys, to the Dynamic Podcast with Brendan and Rhiannon.
On this podcast, we're here to talk about self-development, health and fitness, business, and our journey as brand new business owners.
Let's go. Make sure you stick around because I'm telling you right now, this is the best podcast you'll ever see.
Enjoy, guys. Ciao.
All right, and we're live with another podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are presented here by Nicholas Dimakis. He's an ex-professional COD player. He's famous on YouTube. You can find him on _COD by Nick.
What the hell? That is the weirdest intro we've ever had. But I'm going to roll with it anyway. So, anyway, for people who are listening, how do you describe what you do in your own words?
So,
apart from the COD.
Yeah, apart from the COD. So, I'm a chiropractor, but this year took up a kind of a weird journey. So, took over from my friend's business who was running a mobile chiropractic business. I pretty much do chiropractic care that you'd get in a clinic, but now from my car.
On the road.
On the road.
Mad.
Yeah.
Not many chiros go down that road.
Honestly.
No pun intended.
No. Honestly, I tried referring some people off to another mobile chiro because at one stage the books were pretty full. I couldn't find anyone in Sydney. I was so shocked. So now it's something that I really want to try and push and get people behind it and build a little team to try and service all these areas because there's only one of me and it's too hard to get all across Sydney, bro.
Can't
Very
spread
hard.
yourself too thin.
Man, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
What are you doing to get your clients? Do you feel like there's not enough chiros for the demand in that space?
There's nothing. There's mobile physios, I think, from like NDIS services and all that kind of stuff, but mobile chiropractors, there's nothing. So, for example, today I was around the area, so Kingsgrove, but I might get a call from someone in Blacktown wanting something ASAP. It's impossible. So there needs to be a high demand of them because there's people that can't leave their house, they need it.
So if you're a chiropractor and you're wanting to get on the road,
Give us a call.
call Nick.
On the go chiro
On the
at
go.
your service. Now, why do you think that is? Why do you think there's not many chiros that are wanting to go mobile?
Right, no one's as stupid as me. It's hard to do it at the start. Like, you go from a clinic where everything is your world, so you can control the room. It's your space. Someone's coming into your treating facility, whereas now I'm walking into someone's home. So that thought's a little bit daunting. Obviously, timing. So people freak out about trying to plan their day and make sure they're going to get to each person on time. If they run late, blah, blah, blah. So those are probably the biggest fears that people have. But I think it's mainly just not being in your own space and then being in someone else's space. That's the biggest scary part.
Yeah.
And I never thought of that until like I had a few doozies, and then I was like, okay, yeah, this is where it gets a bit weird.
Okay, so you realised that there is a cost to it. Like, there's a reason why there's not many people doing it.
Yeah.
But you still continued.
100%. There's about 5%. You know what I mean? Like 95% are, really, really good people, and they just can't find time, whether it's mums with kids or people with really bad injuries, they just can't get to a clinic.
Yeah.
That's the 95%. And then you got the 5% that are tough to manage, but 5%'s all right.
But to be fair, like, no matter where you go, like, even if you're in a clinic, you're still going to find that 5% of people that
100%.
You don't really want to work with, but at the early stages, you're kind of like, I have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. So you'll get that in both. The only bad thing is that now I'm in someone's house. So when you feel uncomfortable, there's that fear of, all right, I'm not in my own safe space, but so far we've been all right. We're still kicking.
Still kicking.
Yeah.
Take us back to where this all started, because obviously you mentioned that it was your friend's business. So take us down the rabbit hole of where it all started for you.
So, going back to my friend, we were best mates in Chiro. His name's Lawrence. He's currently killing it in the Netherlands. Pretty much, we were meant to work at a clinic together, and that fell through. So I pretty much started working there, and he didn't get the gig. So in the meantime, trying to find some work, he established On The Go.
Yeah.
And from there, he slowly picked up mobile patients. He started working in a clinic as well, so it was kind of a bit of a side hustle. And then, 3 years down the line, or 4 years down the line, I was in the middle of possibly moving out of clinic, doing a bit of a career change. And he brought the offer to me, and I was like, this works perfectly. I can control my own hours. I can have a bit more freedom. And yeah, now since doing it, I love it. It's a really good change up from being in just the four walls of a clinic.
Yeah.
So it's good.
You said it fell in your lap, essentially. What was the catalyst for you to be like, okay, I actually want to take this on board now?
It was something different. So for me, I like doing things that are out of the box, that are not kind of your typical. So the idea of traveling to all these cool places and meeting new people and being kind of like a one-man show at the start was a challenge, but it was exciting. Whereas when I was getting to work every day, it was just kind of monotonous, the same thing, blah, blah, blah. So the idea of something different and something being weird was exciting to me. So it all worked out. That's what.
Essentially, like a lot of people, they go through that headspace of, oh, I want a bit of a career change. Like, how did you mentally go through that? Like, what were some of the choices that you had to make throughout that process?
Well, still kind of going through it, because I don't know if I told you boys, but gone back to uni this year to do secondary teaching.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So my head was all over the place, like completely fucked last year. I just didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And went back to uni, so doing the master's degree for that. And that was where my friend came in at the start of the year and said, this is the opportunity that's there. So timing wise was perfect because I could mix it around university. But like back to your question, it was mainly just, trying to find something different, something that will reignite my passion for chiro. And it did, and it has, and it's been flying now. Like it's made me actually enjoy it again when I was really falling off.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's hard. A lot of people, even in our space, they fall off very quickly because they can't find that spark.
100%.
Yeah.
And that spark is something that initiates that motivation for the next day and the next and the next. So for you to be able to find that throughout just learning about yourself, about your career, about everything around you is good, man.
Yeah,
and now you're going
fine.
into secondary teaching as well,
Yeah.
on top of that.
Yeah.
What made you go
So-
down the secondary teaching path?
I was always into educating in chiropractic. So we would do gym meetups. We would go to like local yoga studios, all of that kind of stuff when I was working in clinic.
Yep.
And being able to educate people, I felt was really rewarding, because sometimes these people can't afford to do physio, chiro, even come to gyms like this. So they need these little education sessions so they know what they're doing. And those were really rewarding to me. So educating was always in the back of my mind. And then I've seen like how kids are now growing up and whatnot. So there was a part of me that was like, maybe if I can make a little bit of change in the way that these kids' minds work these days, then, if I put the two together, PE teaching was kind of just there.
Yeah.
And I thought I'm young enough to go back, do it, try it. And with mobile, I can still do both.
Very true.
there you go.
Finish school at an early time. So
Yeah.
Do afternoons and early mornings.
maybe not early mornings, but
I need my sleep.
Oh, you're not going to be a PT like 5 a.m. starts?
nah, bro. That might be my gym time, but
Yeah.
there's no way I could not treat someone at that time. Imagine sticking needles in someone at 5 a.m. I wouldn't trust myself.
Nah. I wouldn't even trust myself at that time.
Nah.
Now, for our industry, I guess we're kind of in a very similar industry, obviously, the health and fitness industry. For us, we notice that the average turnover for PTs is around 6 months. So they only last in the industry for 6 months. They get their certs, they do 6 months of PT,
Yeah.
and within that 6 months, they usually leave the industry.
Oh, wow.
And I, for the longest time, have believed it's due to the fact that maybe they realise that it's not as easy as they thought getting into it. They might have like 1 or 2 clients, but then those 1 or 2 clients don't trust their knowledge because they're very fresh, right? They don't really know everything. So they're just like, I'd rather go to old Jimbo PT who has 10 years experience, who is actually going to help me get to my goals a lot faster than this young 20-year-old kid who just got his certs yesterday. Do you believe it's the same story for chiros freshly getting into the industry as well?
Kind of, but I'm surprised that's how quick the turnover is with PTs. For us, it's usually around this period, like when I'm transitioning, so like that 4 to 5 year mark. Off the bat, usually it's financial, because I always describe chiro as like 2 worlds. So you've got your high volume chiro, which is like you walk in, crack, 5 to 10 minutes, see you later, come back in 2-3 days, come back in a week, and see you for the rest of your life, right? So financially, mad. You're swimming in it. And then you've got the other side, which I would say is more of the hybrid chiro, the more holistic, the more ethical,
Yep.
where you're there for half an hour, 45 minutes, and you obviously won't get paid as much to begin with because, you know, you're seeing less people in the day. And that's hard in the first 2 to 3 years. Like, you've got a $100,000 HEX debt. That's always in the back of your mind. So you're like, I've got to pay this off. But am I really that much of a dick to be not giving people the service that they actually need?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's usually around that 4 to 5 year mark because of that. That's what I've seen.
It's a good observation
It's hard.
to see those two different worlds, because
Yeah.
it's probably the same thing that happens with us. There's that high volume PT that comes in, gets full books and just trains like that forever and swims in it. But then there's also that one coach that takes on 5 clients that literally only focuses on those 5 clients a week.
Yeah.
And perfects his the way he trains people, the education that he puts on himself. So yeah, that's actually a really good observation. I never really thought about that, even for our industry, because that's potentially a reason as to why the turnover is around the 6-month mark.
Yeah. Well, even with that, again, it could be like coming down to me being a shitty business owner as well, right? Like some of the people with 10 clients still may be rolling in it because they probably charge a certain amount. They feel
To
comfortable
make up
with.
for the
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, there's obviously still a part of me somewhere where I'm like, you know, even though I feel like I give people a lot, I still want to make sure that it's within everyone's budget. And I know that when you speak to business coaches and all that, they say the complete opposite.
Yeah, upcharge.
Upcharge, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? It's like anywhere you go in business, that's
Yeah.
what they tell you.
Yeah.
But again, it's just something that I always can't do
Where do you believe you
something
sit?
in the price range.
Yeah, like in those 2 categories that you gave.
Like, I would say I'm pretty much undercharging myself. Like, I'm sitting around the clinic prices, probably a little bit less, without charging any travel fees.
Yeah.
So if you speak to a business coach, they'll rip me to shreds.
Yeah.
But again, for me, it's like I'd rather build like a tight-knit group of patients in areas that I'd like to treat in,
Yeah.
and then have other chiropractors that are then in other blocks of areas where we can just be quick and
Yeah.
you know, make sure everyone gets the same kind of treatment for
I like that.
yeah.
Now, the way I look at pricing is it's very important to have like and you probably might have this already, but a like very standard pricing system where it's like you pay this much, this is what you get, and there's no like discount. Like I really don't dislike the discounting system when it comes to our industry.
Yeah.
Because you discounting devalues a service.
Yeah.
A lot. And I feel like making sure that you have a standard price that you stick to with every single client. So then one person's getting the same service but paying X amount, and the other person's getting charged like a very low amount compared to the other person.
100%.
I dislike that because I feel like if you're coming in from a standard of, you know, you might be undercharging right now, but you have a fixed cost, you have a fixed price for what you're charging, then at a later date you're increasing based on demands. That's probably the best way to, you know, choose your price based on your system,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Going in with, I'll just decide on the day. That's
You can't do that. You can't do that.
you can't
bro.
do that. But a lot of people do, especially in our industry. They're thinking, I just want to get as many clients as I can. So I'm
Yeah.
just going to ask the person, how much would you pay for this? You know, that's probably the worst mindset to go into it with.
That's right. I would never,
Yeah.
never would I do that. So all of my things stay fixed, but they're just lower than, I guess, the industry standard.
Yeah.
Is
But-
it because you feel fresh to the industry still?
Not even that. Like, I feel comfortable now. There was probably like a 1 to 2 year period fresh out of uni. You'd feel like an imposter for some portions of it.
Yeah.
You get a weird case that comes in and you're just like, fuck, this does not fit the textbook right now. But that kind of went away after that 2 year mark. So yeah, for me, it's just in the back of my head thinking like I want to give everyone a fair crack and make sure that everyone can look after their health. Because, you know, if you're charging 150, 160 each appointment, like great if you can, but I feel like it limits the amount of people that can actually get better, and then they go down the path of eating shit or not training, you know what I mean? Like
100%.
I want people to still
And then you
try
just
to
bring
be
them
healthy.
our way. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. But still, even then, like if you're just getting a slump, fuck, what
100%.
can you do? But Yeah, that's the ideal world, right? Keep them fit, go straight to the PTs,
Yeah.
and that's it.
And then if they're injured, they just come your way.
Yeah.
Or you go to them.
Or I'll just message her, just tell them don't watch their form properly on this lift, get them to get heavier, let's cook the shoulder.
Now, traveling to people's homes sounds great. Sounds like you've got all this freedom in the world, but no one knows the real behind the scenes, like the real challenges that you go through. So, do you have any examples of some challenges that you've gone through
Yeah.
driving to people's homes?
There's some fun stuff. We've got to be careful just in case they don't snag onto the podcast. But for the most part, it's good because I don't do any marketing. So it's pretty much word of mouth or connecting with people that I like.
Yep.
So they'll refer to people that I'm assuming if I like this person, the next person's going to be not too bad.
Yeah.
But I've had some random people that would just find me on Google because I'm like the only one that pops up. Yeah, I had one lady, I rocked up, the whole house was just like completely pitch black on a nice day. So I was like, all right, it's strange.
This is interesting.
We've got candles going, there's jazz music in the background.
Oh my gosh.
And I was just like, all right, this is a weird vibe right now. So yeah, you get things like that, but like I said, they're 5%ers.
Yeah.
Like for the most part, my patients are mad. They rock up. I get biscuits, coffees. It's like rocking up to your nonna's house or
that's
your
mad.
other's house. So
Yeah.
for the most part, it's good.
That's so
Yeah.
comforting.
Oh, yeah.
Know that you walk in, oh, I feel like I'm at home, bro. It's natural.
But after you've had 3 or 4 patients and you've had coffees every single one,
Yeah.
You're charging.
bro, it gets rough. My heart's like this by the last one.
Yeah.
That's the best though.
Well, we started our mobile business 3 years ago now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we still have that running in the background. And, in a way, it's like a bit of a sad moment because obviously we got into this gym and all of our focus and energy is going here as opposed to out there on the road.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not driving on the road anymore. And one of the first things we said was yay to our cars because see you later to the cars driving all across Sydney all day and night.
Yeah.
Clocking up the Ks.
It's rough.
The one thing that I feel like it makes more sense in our industry where it's very heavily about community and connection. Whereas in the PT world, in the mobile PT world, it was more only I knew my clients, only he knew his clients. We didn't really share like a community bond.
Yeah.
And for the whole 3 years, we were trying our best to invite them to park sessions, beach sessions, do all these community focused events.
Yeah.
But no one rocked up because they only knew one person out of everyone that was coming.
Or we were trying to find the middle ground, like the middle location where everyone from Bankstown to Blacktown to Manly to Wollongong could all meet in the middle.
Impossible.
Impossible.
Which
There's no way.
We were like, hey guys, messaging everyone, come on down to this community session.
We called them all.
Yeah, we did call them all as well. But I think it's a good initiative for us in the beginning. It was good for us to try and create the community.
Of course, but it's very
But
difficult.
then obviously it's
because-
very difficult because it's an individual service.
And they're all
Yeah.
over the place as well.
Well, they're probably
And-
getting you because it's private. They can be in their own safe space, and then they're like, I don't want to be with anyone else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is that what you find in your industry, like similar?
Yeah, there's no community vibes when it comes to mobile. I've experienced it in clinic,
Yep.
but I find that usually comes from patients who are from the wellness chiropractic center, so the high volume.
Yep.
They tend to be more community based,
Which makes sense.
But I always found it weird. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe they just connected over this idea that the adjustments were life changing.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Well, in a way, it's because they're in and out in 15 minutes. So they're going to see the person before them and the
Yeah.
person after them.
they have
like,
time for a coffee after.
Yeah,
It's mad.
oh, just stay an extra 15 minutes. I'll get cracked. We'll get a coffee.
Honestly. But yeah, other than that, I rarely see community. Well, from what I've experienced in Chiro, there's probably some out there, but not that I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. You talked a little bit earlier about over servicing your earlier clients. What did you teach yourself about boundaries, about confidence, about ethics in that period of time?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's important for all early chiros and early physios because you feel like you want to do everything in the first session.
Yeah.
And there's still times where I'll be hard on myself where there might be an injury that I know will take 3 to 4 months and it's like the 4th session and I'm like, far out, we haven't made any progress. So it's definitely hard to get out of your head, but the best way that you can kind of describe it to people is just you got to trust what the research says. You have a timeline, and that's kind of like your safety net. You let people know how long the road to recovery usually is for any particular injury that they have. And if we hit it earlier, great. So you under-promise and over-deliver.
Yeah.
As weird as that sounds, and as like markety or salesy as that might sound, you're not doing anything wrong because you're going off what the research says.
Yeah.
And then if you can get them better quicker, you've won.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still have an issue sometimes with over-servicing because there's some people where I'm like, I really like you. I really want to get you back to what you're doing, especially when they have goals like getting back to training, or if they've got a comp coming up, you want to do everything for them.
It's so hard to not over-service when you're running your own business.
It is.
It's so hard because these people end up being like your family.
100%.
You see them 2-3 times a week, or you see them once every week.
Yeah.
Rock up to their house, they give you a coffee.
Yeah. Once they give you a coffee, that's it.
It's game over. Your family, mate. As soon as that coffee machine pod is pressed, you are in.
Yeah, 100%. So I feel like it will never be easy. I think that's always going to be hard. But like I said, you just got to know pretty much all the conditions that you know are going to come in to the clinic. And once you do that, and once you know the timelines for them, then you're in a bit more of a safer period, because once you've set the standard from the start, then your patient feels safer.
Yep.
Whereas if I go, for your foot pain, it should take 4 to 6 visits, but I know that the research says 3 months.
Yeah.
I get to that 4th to 6th visit and the patient's like, I've still got the pain. Then you're cooked. All the trust is gone.
Yep.
There's no way you're getting that patient back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to be honest up front from the start,
Yeah.
and then build your connection from there, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And if it takes quicker, then that's good.
100%.
And I don't think it has to relate to just business owners. I feel like it's anyone in our industry.
Yep.
That, you know, a chiro that works for someone, or a chiro that's on their own doing mobile stuff. We get into, I would say most people, because there's obviously like outliers on both sides, but most people that are PTs or chiros, we get into it because we love what we do.
Yeah.
But not only that, we like to help people. We're in the service-based industry. People think that we're professionals, but we're out there servicing and helping people
Exactly.
in any way. Like, we're obviously helping them with strength and weight loss and muscle gain, whatever it is. You're helping them get through injuries.
Yeah.
And in a way, you're not going in there like, oh, this is a solution, this is a pill, you just have to take this. You're going through that motion of, okay, this is how we can rebuild. This is a process we're going to follow. It might take X amount of time. But
Exactly.
obviously, things are going to happen.
Yeah.
You're jumping on the bees, bro. Your recovery is going to take a bit longer.
Exactly.
Right?
You're sleeping 2 hours a night. It's not going to happen. But yeah, I think that's another thing that where it comes back to just kind of being confident in yourself. So making sure you set those standards, making sure that the patient's fully educated, and then also not having it in your mind like, oh shit, this is going to take 3 months.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be expensive for the patient. That's for them to think about.
Yeah.
It's, you've told them exactly what's going to happen. You've educated them. They know what the road is ahead. If it's something that they can't afford, you know, they might have to just make sacrifices along the way for their health. If they can't do that, then it's not your fault. Like, that's probably the biggest lesson for early grad chiro physios, because there's going to be people that just won't listen to your advice.
Yeah.
And then they fall off, and, you know, you feel shit at the start. You're like, far out, what did I do?
Yeah.
How can I do better? But, you know, sometimes it's out of your control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said something before, under something, over deliver.
Under promise, over deliver.
Under promise, over deliver. That was good, because something that our business coach taught us was to get, and you mentioned how it was like a little bit salesy.
Yeah.
I believe it's not. I believe it's factual.
Yeah.
You know, you have to get people to know, like, and trust you, and that's something our business coach always tells us.
Yeah.
It's just facts.
Yeah.
If you give people the facts and they get to know you, they like you because you're being yourself, and they get to trust you along that process, you're creating a client that reaps the rewards of what your service actually provides.
Yeah. 100%.
So I liked what you said about that. And that was obviously something you learned in the earlier stages of your career. Now, at what point after that early stage did you start thinking, all right, I'm actually good at this, I'm actually doing all right?
I think what I noticed early on is that my personality got me through so much in my first 1 to 2 years of chiro. Like, there were probably times where I did barely anything for someone's injury, but they would still book in constantly.
Yeah.
And I was tripping out because I was like, in my head thinking, I haven't got this person better in I don't know how many weeks. why are they still booking in every time? And then I realized my personality was probably my biggest thing that was getting me over the line. Then I'd moved clinics, started working under a physio in Narellan, Anushka. She's awesome. And from there was where I really honed in on all my skills. And then from there, probably I would say another 12 months. So 24, just over 24 months all up was where I really felt confident in what I could do and like treatment and all that kind of stuff. But in saying that, I still value kind of co-treating a lot of my patients. So I've built up good relationship with physios, some EPs around the area, and even some chiropractors to refer if I feel like I can't give that person the treatment that they need.
Yeah.
Which is really important. A lot of people don't do it.
It's good that you can
100%.
provide that for your mobile service as well. Like
yeah.
giving the client the ability that they know you can communicate with someone else outside of your circle, outside of you, which is good.
Yeah. I don't know why people don't do it more often. Like again,
Why do you think that is?
money.
Yeah.
It's like,
Because they potentially lose a client.
yeah. It's like if I, palm you off to someone else, then, oh my God, this person might do a better job. They're going to stay there. Man, stay there.
Yeah.
If you're getting better benefits there and then you can go back to the gym and do everything that you want to do, perfect. I've done my job because I've given them to someone that can do a better job than me, that got them better quicker, and then everyone's happy now.
Yeah.
Like, what is another $100 in my pocket if that person's not getting better?
Exactly.
I just feel like shit. So, yeah, like I've gone and got treated from other people, seen how they work. If I like them, I have a conversation, have a coffee, and have them on a list to be like, all right, cool, go see this person, go see that person. If this isn't working, this is the guy for you. I think it's really important.
The value of someone's recovery is much more than what you get paid.
Yeah.
I think that's a very raw statement that you make. And a lot of people, it's heavy. A lot of people don't speak about that too much. Has that always been has that always been you? Has that always been your personality?
Yeah. I feel like if I wanted to get like good monetary value out of this, I could have, but it just never sat with me. Whenever I guess someone closer to me would have an injury and whatnot, and I wanted them to get better, in my mind I'm just thinking that is one of my patients as well. I want to give them the same treatment that I would give to a family member, to a friend. So it's always been something that's in my head, like just making sure that everyone gets the treatment that you'd give to your mum or your dad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I couldn't do it any other way.
Do you feel like, obviously, because you're running the business right now, and it's only you that's on the road, that's doing all these chiro treatments, do you feel like as you're growing your business and as you're becoming a good chiro, there is a limit to how much you can grow in either direction?
Yeah.
And do you feel like as you grow in either direction, the other one is suffering a little bit?
Yeah. I would say that the business would suffer until I get someone else on. It's not at a point now where it's not manageable. Like I can still do both at the moment, but it is starting to pick up to a point where, I might need someone to help service certain areas if I can't, be there at the same time. And that's probably where the business will start to be impacted, because then I won't be able to get to that person. They'll go somewhere else. You won't be able to build your books as quick. So yeah, it's one of those things, because Lawrence, the person who originally started it, apparently he's going to be coming back next year. We'll see. He's living it up in Europe now, working there, so it's hard to bring him back. But if he ends up coming back next year, it'll be a lot easier, because then we can spread the load.
Yeah.
A bit of weight lifted off your shoulders.
Oh yeah. If it stays like this, then I'll be struggling.
A lot of weight and a lot of petrol as well.
Yeah.
Oh bro, the Pulse is alright. The Pulse is
Yeah,
kicking.
does the job?
Yeah. Honestly, no new cars. Just
Good
old.
fuel economy.
The car's probably older than you boys. When
What
we
is
bought
it? 99.
Oh no, you're alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, 99.
Okay, we're safe.
Yeah.
Use were 2001.
Wow.
Yeah, bro,
Still going.
Little beast.
Those
Far
cars
out.
never drop.
How many Ks now?
189.
That's a car. That's a car. A car that lasts over 150
No
these
cars do
days
that
is
these
good.
days.
That's what I mean. Like, services are cheap. So my on-road costs are not bad.
That's good.
So there's a hot tip for you. Just get an old
car.
I wanted to come back to what I mentioned before about how your personality. Oh, sorry. I wanted to bring it back to before when you said that someone's injury recovery is a lot more beneficial to you, or a lot more rewarding for you than getting paid. Has that, your values, have you always stuck to your values? And tell me a little bit about your upbringing, because that's where it all starts from, is your upbringing.
Yeah. Well, my parents are probably like the two best and worst people because they will stop everything for everyone else and never look out for themselves.
Yeah.
So I guess that is where it was kind of instilled in me with my morals and ethics was from them. So still to this day, they do it. They run around for whoever, whenever. If they've met you twice, they'll fly across the world for you. You know what I mean? So that's where that kind of started to all come about. And then as I got older and started to just see things and see what people were doing or taking advantage of other people, it just never sat right with me. So that was where I was just like, yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to stick to it, whether it brings me money or whether it doesn't. I just know that I'm true to myself and that's where I'm going to stay.
That's very hard for people in the early stages of business to wrap their heads around. It's like, you don't have to be a persona of someone. You don't have to be a persona for someone to like you. You just have to be you for someone to like you.
Yeah.
And that all comes from your upbringing.
Yeah. And there's been times, like, don't get me wrong, where I've thought, you know, I'm gonna change it up and try to do this and try to do that. But I can't, it feels weird being fake. Like when it's not authentic, you can't have your personality come across like you said, and then everything just dies. Like no one believes you. You can read straight through it.
Yeah.
Especially me, I'm the worst liar. Like if someone called me red-handed, bro, I'd be fried. So I couldn't do it. But yeah.
I feel like it definitely burns yourself out a lot more because you're trying to put on this fake face. You're trying to put on this fake persona when you're, enacting it, because in your mind you're thinking, if I fake it till I make it,
The person will like me.
Try to connect with this person even though I don't connect with them, then I'm going to sign them up. I'm going to get them as a recurring client or whatever it is and make money. But the thing is, if you go in with that mindset, if you do secure it, then every single time you go into that appointment, you're going to be thinking, shit, this person again, I don't want to see them.
Yep.
But you've signed yourself up to keep on going.
That's the thing. So if something like doesn't feel right or you feel like you have to be fake, I just always act like myself, or I'll try to find some common ground with them. And if it doesn't work out, if there's nothing there, then I'll find someone else. It is what it is. You can't be friends with everyone.
Exactly.
You can't connect with everyone. So yeah, it's one of those things you just got to take on the chin and go, it is what it is.
Yeah. We're out there servicing people. You kind of have to like the people you service.
100%. You're going to give them shit service if not. In the back of your mind, you're just going to be like, I've got to deal with this person.
This person again.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right, mate, touch your toes and then I got to go.
Go do a couple bench presses and then that's it.
I'll see you next week.
It's just dead. You can't do it.
How has your mindset changed from a young Chiro graduating uni to now a business owner, successful business owner, I would say?
I don't know. It still hasn't changed yet.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I think my business mind is still pretty fried. Like I haven't had any guidance from any coaches or anything like that. It's just purely my mate one day messaged me and said, do you want to take it over? Yeah, no worries, I'll take it over.
Learn as you go.
And that was it.
Yeah.
I had no idea about how ABNs or how to register business names, like everything like that, zero idea to me. So I'm still learning, and by no means am I an expert. Like I'm proper like YouTube tutorial spec of what to do with all this kind of stuff. And I think it's still going to take some time.
Yeah, it's like developing a third part of your brain.
100%.
The business world is exactly like that.
You think you're on top of it, and then something hits you and you're like, I don't know how to deal with this stuff. When it comes to tax time especially, is when I have heart failures, because I'm just like, I've got no idea how any of this stuff operates.
Yeah, so just pass on to the accountant.
Yeah, and I say, help me out, brother. Like, please, do something.
Here's my phone, take it.
So, I'm definitely still learning. I feel like I'm still chiropractor first, business owner second at the moment. But hopefully we can swap it around.
Yeah.
Do you have a goal to change that around?
At the moment, it's just pretty much trying to build up a healthy brand. So making sure that my reputation is someone that's going to be there for them, making sure that, you know, my values aligns with all my patients, making sure that they feel safe when it comes to treatment. Obviously, they're in their own home, so they're already going to be a little bit safer than coming into a clinic. So yeah, I just want to build up a healthy name for myself, slowly build up the clients. Then once it gets to a certain point where it's difficult to be both chiro and business owner is where I have to start making the changes. So for now, I'm kind of cruising through it. And then when it hits me, it hits me.
How do you keep yourself grounded through all that? Because it's obviously a very tough thing to just continuously balance.
Yeah. I think throughout like my whole life and my family's life, we've never had anything super tough, nothing like that. But we've always been drawn the short end of the stick for stuff. So now my mentality is just, if you can't control it, then it's not something that should be bothering you.
Yeah.
You know, like last week all in the same day, our house that we're building in Melbourne, there was like, I don't know how many defects and non-compliant things after the build. There was the same day I copped a speeding fine, and then my wife's car got totaled. All in the one day.
Man.
So like we come home and I was just like, you just gotta laugh at this stuff.
Yeah.
So
If you don't laugh, you cry.
if you don't laugh, you cry. So I take that same mindset into the business and I just try to be as cruisy as I can. And like I said, if I spoke to a business coach, I'd get eaten alive.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but for me, that mindset just works. It keeps me stress-free. And I feel like when you've got that mentality, then that energy will feed onto your patients as well. So it's been working well for me so far. When it doesn't, then I'll change it.
That's when you'll adjust.
Yeah, keep rolling with it until it doesn't work.
100%. 100%.
Would you ever get into a clinic or are you full on mobile?
So I'm still doing a day at Invigorate, which is the clinic that I was at before I left and started studying. They're based at Narellan, so it's a little bit far. But I'm pretty much there for
One day.
And the clinic itself, I just really enjoy the people there.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a 4 to 5 hour break for me.
Yeah.
Like I get to see all these clients that I've built up over the last few years, and I get to chill with the physios who are close friends now. So yeah, for me, it's a nice little break. So I enjoy
Are
it.
you asking whether he wants to open up a clinic?
Yeah.
No, there's no way.
PT, clinic,
Yeah, no,
mobile. He's going to be
There's
everywhere.
No way. There's no way.
That's going to cause burnout.
100%. But honestly, since I've done mobile, I could never, like there was always a part of me, and I think with most physios and chiros, you always think like, oh, yep, I'm going to open my own clinic when I get to a certain stage when I feel comfortable. After seeing mobile, I would not go into a clinic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Wow.
said that one day.
Did you?
I did.
Well, there you go.
A lot of business owners, they don't utilize their time well. So in terms of balancing, like we were talking about how life can get chaotic, you keep yourself grounded by keeping yourself occupied. Do you have like an outlet that you use to your advantage?
My balance isn't the best, I would say. So for me, it's always work and the business comes first. So then the person that gets neglected is always the missus or my friends. So I feel bad, but I'm trying to find a way that I can balance everything, which is still a little bit hard because obviously at this stage when you're getting last minute calls and whatnot, they are the priority. Or if I'm trying to organize things like this or things at gyms to educate and try to host like little massage days and whatnot, their priority. So I'm still struggling with that. But when I do have free time, the best thing is either like my wife and I would just love chilling, watching movies. We're very simple like that, or we'll go for a walk. And then me, PlayStation.
Yeah.
If I get free time and I can just shut off, noise cancelling headphones go on and just leave me alone.
Yeah.
And that's the best.
Do you live stream it?
I used to.
I gotta go watch them now. I'm gonna do a
Are
little
they
stalk.
still up?
You know what? So I had a stint last year where I was doing Twitch stuff because I was playing so much.
Yeah.
And because it was that awkward period where I didn't know what I wanted to do anymore. So I was just playing games and just, escaping the chiropractic world. And I was like, I play so much, I might as well just start putting a camera there and live streaming it. So there's still stuff on Twitch.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, and on YouTube it's there, but I'm like 14 years old and it sounds, it's shocking. it's cringy to go back and watch, but I was doing all right.
So you're on multiple platforms.
Yeah, man. I was doing it before it was cool.
Should I ask you a question about your childhood and then just like put a little montage together of where you started to where you are now?
If you want.
I can do that. Just from that YouTube video of him 14.
You're going to clip all the 14 videos?
No, just
There's
him when he
more than
was
14, bro. There's like
just a snippet of him at 14, him talking about himself when he was 14 and now he's a mobile chiropractor. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just came up with a social media idea for you.
I don't know what I was saying in those videos, but my voice was like up here, and it's cringy, man.
You bloody freak.
Yeah.
You freaking freak.
No, I was full informative.
Oh, really?
I would make like Call of Duty class setups. Yeah, I was like, so the time to kill on this gun is 2 bullets, and if you use this attachment, it was.
Oh, so you've always been an educator then?
There you go.
Oh, so it
There's
started
from
the
a young
link.
age.
See,
I knew there was a reason I need to ask you about the COD days.
there you
'Cause
go.
that's what's led you to here right now.
I never thought of it like that.
Now you're going to become a teacher to
So
teach
there
the
you
next
go.
generation of 14-year-olds to play COD.
I can teach them to
How
play
to play
COD
COD.
and to play basketball.
There you go. Double
What a
whammy.
combo.
Wow.
Far out. That's a
Now,
journey.
when I wanted to ask you before, even before you come on the podcast, obviously you're building your business as a mobile chiro. It's becoming successful. You're in this stage right now where you can either decide, do I become a better clinician or do I become a better business owner and start hiring people and growing the business and stepping away from being a chiro. But then on the other side, you're also studying to become a teacher and to educate the next generation of kids. I know right now I'm looking at this and there's like so many different directions that are in your mind, different directions that you can take, but I don't think you've really solidified any one of those.
No.
Is there are you in this sort of limbo stage right now where you're kind of deciding, you know what, when I finish the degree, that's when I will make that decision?
Not really. Like I've already thought about it now. I think that being a good clinician and a good business owner needs to happen hand in hand, because as I hire people, I want them to give the same treatment to the patients that I would give. So if I become a great business owner, but then a shitty clinician, then all the information I pass on to them is going to be shit.
Yeah.
Right. So I need to do that together, making sure that anyone that we do bring on has decent knowledge when it comes to how to diagnose an injury, because that's the key. If you can't diagnose, then everything's fucked. Making sure that they know what to do from like a soft tissue standpoint, or what they can do manual therapy wise, and then being able to give basic rehab exercises. Like obviously with my mobile, we can't bring heaps of equipment. So giving them a good base to work off, and then again, coming back to the co-treatment stage of referring out to PTs, referring out to physios who have the clinic space that they can then progress the patient, is what I want to try and do for anyone that I bring on. But that comes with being a good clinician and a good business owner. So together. And then when it comes to teaching, I feel like it's not going to affect it too much, because that's something that'll happen, from 8 to 3 or 8 to 4, whatever it is. In an ideal world, by that stage, I'm going to have either another subby on my side, or my business partner will come back and he'd be able to take on the load throughout the day, and then I can take on any patients in the afternoon. Like for me, my brain is more fried when I'm doing nothing. So even though it seems like a lot and there's 1,000 different things going on, which there is, it's something that keeps my brain going and keeps my energy levels high, because if I have nothing, I literally feel flat, as weird as it sounds.
No, it doesn't sound weird at all. That's me.
I can't do it.
If I've got nothing to do, I just die.
Yeah. No, honestly, even when I was going through the transition period, there was so much downtime, or when I took over from the start of the business, it was obviously quiet. And there'd be days where I'd just be at home, and when you're at school and whatnot, you think it's the best day ever. I just didn't know what to do. I'm sitting on the lounge, I'd watch 5 minutes of a TV show, turn it off. I'd go play something, 5 minutes, turn it off. I'm just like, I don't know what to do with my life. So now that I've got 1,000 things, from the outside it looks stupid, but for me it's like heaven.
Finally.
Yeah.
I can breathe a bit easier.
Yeah, honestly. It's
Crazy how it flips, eh?
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it.
You sound very excited about what the next steps are. What excites you and what keeps you going every single day?
Something different. It's the one thing that, and it's always cliche, it's what everyone says, but having something different that's going to happen every single day is exciting because you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Whereas I felt like when I was in clinic, even though you're seeing different conditions all the time, it still felt like the same thing. So it was just draining me, and I was coming home from work just completely dead, no energy. So the fact that now I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, but I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring is exciting for me.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
It's like that anticipation. Like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Got today's done. Go to sleep, wake up. What's next? Put it on.
Like tomorrow I might get a call from some company in the city and they're like, treat my office of 20 people. You know what I mean? Like things like that can just come up. Or, you know, when I'm at a school and I'm teaching, dealing with 15, 16-year-olds, you never know what you're going to get with them. Right? So it's like there's going to be always something throughout the day that's going to be exciting and different. And that for me is going to be good fun.
That's good. Now, when most people think of chiros, they just straight away think, you know, just give me a crack, in and out 15 minutes.
Yeah.
When they think rehab, they always have they paint the picture of a physio.
Yeah.
Walk into the physio, oh, I'm injured, all right, let's go to a physio. Only recently have I felt like the chiro world has shifted to more the holistic health side of things. And you mentioned it at the start of the podcast, which was good to say at the start actually. So if someone's watching right now, they don't know if they should go to a chiro or they should go to a physio, what's the best way that you can explain how or why they should go to either one?
I always say to people that it's not the profession that you should be focusing on, it's more the clinician, so the person that's treating you. And that's always hard if you don't know anyone in the field, right? So listening to referrals from your family and friends can be a good start, but then again, they might be going to someone that's a high volume chiropractor or even a high volume physio because they exist too, right?
Yeah.
They might have had benefits there, so naturally they're going to say, you should go and see him. But for me, I always would tell people to ask how long the treatment sessions are and what is usually entailed within the actual treatment session. So they should definitely be able to get a diagnosis, treatment, and a slight rehab plan on their first session. For me, that's the bare minimum that someone should get. If that's not being delivered, then I feel like that's already like a bit of a red flag. So from a chiropractic perspective, if you're seeing a clinic that has treatments that are short, it's something that I would steer clear of. Again, that's me personal preference. I don't think you're able to get enough out of a 10-minute session. If you've got shoulder bursitis or something like that, a crack through the neck is not going to do anything. And then when it comes to physios, I feel like, again, you need to have that balance of everything between manual therapy or diagnosing first, manual therapy, and then your rehab plans. Because, again, you could go to a physio where it's just, all right, let's put an ultrasound machine on you or put some hot water bottles on you, try to touch your toes a little bit, and then that's done. So there's good and bad in both worlds. So to answer your question, it's hard to say whether to go to a physio or a chiro.
Yeah.
You always got to look at the person itself, the clinic itself, like what are the vibes around the clinic? And again, it's hard until you actually go in and see. So it's a shitty answer, but there's no real answer. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I understand that. So you're saying that to go based on the person rather than obviously the field. So it doesn't matter if they're a chiro or physio or even osteo. It matters about like the type of person that you're going to.
Yeah.
Now, how would people find out whether that person is good? Because as you said, you know, John could have gone to a 15-minute back crack like chiro and said it was great. It was the best thing of his life. And he opened up his back and got rid of his injury. But we all know that's not actually going to solve his issue. It will solve it for 15 minutes or for that rest of the day, but then it's going to come back next week.
Exactly.
Right?
So it's such a grey area, and I still struggle to answer the question because, like, I would always say to people, trust the clinician, not the profession. But you can't know until you actually go and see. So if I was to give you a textbook answer, you'd only see a chiropractor for a spine-related injury or an issue that involves some kind of radicular pain, which is like nerve pain. That is like the textbook chiropractic patient. So anything from the neck to the mid-back to the lower back, or any pain that refers down the legs, down the arms, is meant to be our bread and butter. Physios is more, they have training in hospitals. So when it comes to like stroke rehab or post-surgical rehab, physio students have a lot better education coming straight out of uni because they actually do those pracs in hospitals and whatnot. They get private practices and hospitals, whereas we just get private practice in the university clinics.
Wow.
So we see like a good mix of patients, but we don't get those super high risk patients often.
Yeah.
So we don't get exposure to that until we're in
Very
the real world.
specific patients.
Yeah.
So like car accidents and stuff like that.
Yeah, the physio students will get that so much more because they're actually working in hospitals. So their rehab skills, fresh out of uni, will be a lot better than what chiropractors get. But, 2-3 years into the profession, it all depends on what path you went in regards to, are you high volume, are you holistic, are you hybrid, do you kind of take a bit of everything?
That matters more.
And then that's where you truly become the practitioner that you want to be. And then, again, it's hard for the actual patient to know who you are until, one, they've seen you, and two, they've spoken to other people that see other physios and chiros. And they're like, what do you mean you're with your physio for 45 minutes? I was with mine for 10 minutes and he put a hot water bottle on me. You know what I mean? And that, in their head, their first appointment, they don't know any better. So they're like, oh my God, that felt great.
Yeah.
Then they talked to their friend and their friend was like, I got this A4 piece of paper with all my exercises. I get to do this over the next 2 to 3 weeks. He's then going to upgrade it. We did dry needling, we did massage, we did X, Y, Z. And this person's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what am I paying for? So, yeah, I guess everything that I've just rambled on about hopefully is in people's heads.
Yeah.
So then when they go and see someone, don't expect all these services to be there because that's just me being picky with all that stuff.
Yeah.
But you should, at baseline, be getting a diagnosis, be getting some kind of manual therapy, so massage, cupping, needling, whatever it might be, and a rehab plan.
Yeah.
Like, for me, those are the 3 key things that you should be getting.
The approach is so important. Like just the way you start off that approach with them is very vital to creating that relationship with them.
So we, obviously as PTs, we run every single client that walks through our doors through a consultation process, which I know chiros do the same thing, and physios and all that kind of stuff as well. I guess my question to you is, what should someone be looking for when they walk in to get a consultation from a chiro? Like, what are the key things that they should be like, you know what, this chiro is good because they actually gave me all these things in their consult?
Every consultation, like every initial consult form, is that what you're talking about? Like when you walk into a chiro?
Oh, not just a form, like how the
When they're
session
talking?
goes.
Process.
Yeah. So most of them are generic. Like, we all follow a pretty similar plan where it's like you go through the initial history, like what's the actual complaint? How did it come about? What's your previous history of injuries? Like, can we link anything together? Do you have any underlying health conditions? You go through their medical history, look for any red flags, blah, blah, blah. That's kind of stock standard. I think what was ingrained into me at the previous clinic that I worked at is making sure you understand your patient's goals is probably the biggest thing. So if you can align yourself with your patient's goals, then you're going to get the best outcomes for them. So if Sally comes in and she's got back pain, she is always taking her granddaughter for a walk or picking her up and playing with her on the swing. Now that's limiting her. That's her goal. She needs to get back to being able to play with her granddaughter because that's her happy place. So you need to tailor your treatment towards everything that's going to help her get better to do that goal. So functional movements towards picking her up, functional movements towards pushing her on the swing, all that kind of stuff is all determined from her goal. If you don't have a goal set, then you're just kind of doing your basic generic treatment that you would do for anyone else. Her rehab plan isn't going to be tailored to her specific needs. And she might get better, but there's a high chance that it will come back because the actual issue hasn't been addressed, which is what's the main thing that she's always doing. And it's a very easy example, but some of these simple examples are the best ones. It's like, why does your back pain keep flaring up? Oh, I got to pick up the groceries and, my disc went. You'll hear that happen like 2 to 3 times. And it's like, okay, well, we haven't addressed the initial issue here. There's a loading issue going through with the disc. Let's try it and first get rid of the pain, but then do movements that mimic you picking up the bag so we can, not what's the word? Not neglect, but stop it from happening in the future. So having goals in your initial intake form is probably the thing that, for me, sets you apart, because everyone's going to have the same generic initial consult plan.
Yeah, because we have the same thing, like a little pre-screening form, like
Yeah.
your medical history, your injuries, what your goals were, what your goals are, anything that might be limiting you from exercise. So obviously there's that form. We kind of have that as like a little background piece. But what I'm looking for is when someone walks into, the clinic that, does the 15-minute appointments, or walks into the clinic where they're really focused on the holistic approach and 45-minute approaches, what's the main difference they're going to receive from both? Obviously the time is going to be different.
Yeah.
But what's the main thing they're going to receive from both? Or the main difference?
To be honest, the intake form for both won't be too dissimilar. I've seen them in both of them, and they're pretty much the same. The biggest thing would be obviously the time, and then also the type of treatment that you get. So 15 minutes, you're probably not going to get a good rehab plan. It'll be like, go do some cobra stretches or go do like your glute stretch. The basic ones that you could find on Google, right? Just with a quick little search.
Or YouTube.
Yeah, exactly right. So
Or from your PT?
exactly. Wait, all from your PT or not from your PT?
No, all from your PT.
No, you guys would do a lot better than that, trust me, bro. Like, this is like baby stuff. And then at your holistic physios or chiros, you'll get your proper treatment. You'll walk out of there and feel like, I got bashed up a little bit, but I feel like there's some change that's happened through my back or through my neck or whatever got treated, and I've got a plan to go along with it. Like, I know what my diagnosis is. Cool, it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks. I've got to follow these exercises, and then, it's going to stop me from having any issues in the future. That's, I think, the biggest difference. Having a proper plan, you probably wouldn't get that from a high volume.
So that's exactly what I was looking for. So when they walk out of there, they're going to know, okay, this is what I'm diagnosed with. This is what I'm presenting with. This is how long this injury is going to take to get over. And this is an injury, this is a plan, or the things I have to do to obviously get better within that timeline or time frame.
I think
if people walked out of the clinic with that, I feel like they'll know, like, and trust you straight away.
Yeah.
Because to me, I don't feel like that's happening much.
No. Well, again, I can only speak from what I've seen. So at most places that I've been, or like that I've been at and worked at, or that I've been and been treated at, they've all got that in place. And that comes back to me trying to align myself with people that have similar goals to me. So it's definitely there. You just got to find the right ones.
Yeah.
And coming back to the actual plan and form, it's very similar to like what you guys do. You might, I don't know how you guys schedule your clients, but whether you do like 8 to 12 week blocks or whatever it is, that's a plan for your client. They know that in this 8-week block, my bench is going to go from 60 kilos to 70 kilos. Right? They've got a plan there, and it's something they can work towards. Same thing for a patient. If there's no plan, then next week they're going to fall off because they're not working towards anything.
Yeah.
So if you've got something to work off, then it's so much easier to hit your goal and to get rid of pain and to do whatever you want to do.
100%.
But without the plan, forget about it. It's gone.
Yeah. They won't see any success.
No.
Speaking of success, how do you define success?
For me, success is, again, cheesy answer, but being able to wake up with a smile on your face without being depressed doing what you're going to do that morning. So I felt like I was in a slump where I was waking up and just going through the motions with my job. And whether I was making $1 million or $50,000, I felt like I wouldn't have been successful because I was waking up just with no desire to get to work or do anything that I wanted to do. Whereas now I feel like I'm successful because I've got purpose in what I want to do. I know what my life is going to look like in 10, 15 years. For me, that's being successful. And that, yeah, I don't really define it by monetary value. It's more just how I feel, how I can express myself. And if I feel like I can be positive all the time, do the things that I want to do to an extent, then I'm successful.
That's mad. I like
Yeah.
that. Where to next?
From here,
What's the legacy you want to leave?
oh,
This guy's got the doozies.
maybe I'll bring back the Twitch career too and leave an online footprint.
Online and mobile.
Yeah. I think for me, it comes back to what we were talking about for most of the podcast is trying to get most clinicians, physio, chiro, osteo, even PTs, to have a similar moral and ethical mindset that I've got. Try to be, I guess, a bit more intense when it comes to business perspectives and whatnot. So not being afraid to charge and not following my footsteps in that regard, but still make sure you keep your morals and ethics when it comes to people's health. Making sure you're treating them like family members and making sure that you're giving them the best chance to hit their goals and live healthy lives and be injury free, and not just looking at them as a piece of cash. You know what I mean? It's
$100 bill.
yeah, you're in it like we said before. You're in a service industry. It doesn't mean you have to be a scumbag and, you know, be full real estate vibes. You know, you've got to treat them as a person, and this person has come to you and trusted you with their health. You've got to be, like I said, morally and ethically correct when it comes to treating them. And if I can do that and instill that on 2-3 practitioners and they can instill it on a couple more, then that's enough legacy for me. Just got to make sure that everyone's doing that.
I like it.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
On Instagram, I've got On The Go Chiro, I think. I don't know what my name is on Instagram.
It is On The Go Chiro. I think.
I've got Dimakis Chiropractic is my Instagram handle, and then I believe it's On The Go Chiropractic for the other Instagram, and Google. If you look up On The Go, I should be there.
Beautiful.
Mad.
Well,
Beauty.
thank you very much for coming.
Boys,
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Big reach.
And thank you guys for listening to this week's episode of the Dynamic Podcast.
Thank you so much for sticking around. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And if friends are interested, share it around.
Don't forget to comment your favorite part of this episode and tag us on your social media platforms.
And we'll see you next Friday. Ciao.